Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and create a puzzle piece similar to this one. In order to do this, what we need to do is we need to first go through and create a new part. So I'm just going to come in here, go File, New Part. For this one, it all depends on what shape the puzzle piece is. In this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and draw the main aspect of this piece, which was you can kind of see here is this kind of almost C shape, and then I'll add this little chunk on the end over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my front plane, click sketch there, and then what I can do is just simply go through, and I know my length, it's going to be 3 cubes long. Each cube is 3/4 of an inch, so I could actually do the math in my head, or I could just simply multiply it out on here, and I can say 0.75 times 3. And then if I accidentally hit enter, what'll happen is it'll just have that length dimension and no height dimension. So I can come up here, click dimension, and add that additional one in. Otherwise, when I'm creating it, if I go through, like I can come over here and type in 0.75, and if I hit the tab key, I can go ahead and put another 0.75. Do the same thing for this side. This is one way I can go about doing it. So it's just using a series of rectangle commands. The other way I could go about doing it is just simply drawing out the shape using my line tool. So I can come in here, again, if I want to do the math in my head I can, or I can have the computer do it. It's going to be too high, so I'm going to be 1.5. And if you see that little perpendicular icon, that's going to lock it in at 90 degrees. So that way you can kind of see them tracked here, and it records all of those. So that way it's what helps to lock this in and make it purple. If I just do normal lines, they're going to end up being green. It's only when they're fully constrained that they're actually purple. So ultimately what we want is a shape that's entirely purple at the end. This is a relatively simple shape, so if it wasn't, it's not the end of the world, but it's the only way that you know everything's fully dimensioned and that something doesn't change it later on. So it doesn't matter which way you go about doing it, either way can be done. After we get our general shape, what we can do is we can simply click extrude. Our thickness is going to be 0.75. And then I still had that little chunk sticking out over here, so I want to get that part put in. So if I click a sketch on that surface, this is where I can use my rectangle command. And I have 2 points to basically snap to. I can finish my sketch and then just extrude out that chunk. And then there I have one of my 5 pieces created. If I wanted to add color to it, I can come up here to my drop down menu, and I could go through, and if I want this to be blue, and it would be blue. Now make sure you go through and save this so that way we can bring it into our assembly later on.